What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Dark Voyager ship because it is back on the island, and this will be something that actually affects gameplay. As always, if you guys do find this video to be helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, comment down below what you think of this ship scanning everybody on the map, and if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting anything, it is EvolvedJake, just like my channel name is, and it is underneath the webcam at all times. So if you guys were previously unaware, the Dark Voyager ship was above Lethal Labs, and periodically it would scan the area, marking everybody in the Lethal Labs POI and marking the chests. But now this takes an even greater effect, and it now scans potentially the entire map. And this sounds incredibly busted when you just hear this thing scans everybody on the map. Sounds really overpowered and also really overwhelming. But the way it seems to work is that the entire map can get scanned, but you only have players and chests marked for you that are somewhat close to you when the scan happens. It's not like you will see every player and every chest that exists on the map all at once. As I said, that would be pretty overpowered, and it would also be very overwhelming. Like I said, I don't think you would really even be able to take much away from that because you would just see red dots basically everywhere. So think of it basically like everybody on the map has a hired NPC that will scan around them from time to time. It's not like that NPC would reach everything when we had hired scan NPCs in the map. There's usually like a radius around them that they would scan. And that's basically how this works to my understanding. So it sounds busted. It scans everybody. Anywhere you are on the map, you can get scanned, but it's not like you're going to see, it's not like you're going to be at Classified Canyon and see people at Riptides. The range is not that large. It's pretty modest range in terms of like how far the radius is for scanning. And I've seen people say this happens every 90 seconds, but it doesn't seem to be that way to me. It felt a lot more like maybe like it's a chance to happen every 90 seconds or something. But it was just something that would happen randomly throughout the game. It's not like I was getting it 10 plus times a game, which is what would be happening if it was 1.5 second. 1.5 second times 10 would be like 15 minutes. So that's not happening per se. But it did feel like I was getting the scan like maybe 2 or 3 times a game. Not constantly, but it is something that would take effect a few times. As always with Fortnite, there is a chance that this is just a bug. I'm not really sure if Fortnite said anything about it or really acknowledged it in any way. But there was a mini event for the ship returning yesterday. So it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted this ship to return to the game and actually have some impact on the game and that this was an actual intentional change. So the short of it, people will get scanned periodically. It'll mark players and chests around you. It seems to happen to everybody at the same time. Like I can't recall a time where like I got scanned, but the people near me didn't get scanned, you know, like people that would have been within range to get scanned didn't get marked. So I think it basically happens for everybody at the same time. So it doesn't seem to be something that's really unfair. So I'm pretty content with it just as like a random temporary, you know, surprise update. Something interesting for the ship returning. You can also use this ship's beam in Lethal Labs to kind of like fly up it and redeploy, but you go incredibly slow while doing this, and you don't really get far enough to like fly anywhere meaningful. Like I didn't really like using this at all. I felt like I could redeploy onto one of the buildings in Lethal Labs, but it wasn't like you could really get far from the POI. I think if you could fly up it kind of quickly and then redeploy and go somewhere else, that would make Lethal Labs a more exciting place to land and a more exciting place to rotate to. But you don't really save much time by doing this. I think if you could get to like that gas station that's in between Lethal Labs and Bumpy Bay, that would maybe be like a nice distance to be able to fly from this and get some value out of it. But the distance you get is so meaningful that so meaningless that you're probably not even going to be able to leave the POI. But that is going to be it for this short change. Just think of it like everybody has a hired NPC at all times that goes off for everybody all at the same time, and it can just randomly go off and mark players and chests around you. So if you got marked and didn't know why, or you were marking enemies and didn't know why, it's probably because of this ship change. But let me know down in the comments below what you think. I'm gonna let some gameplay play out. As always, if you guys did enjoy this, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Likely is, yeah, I was gonna say likely has gotten visual audio on me. It's a snipe. Be careful though, because like I said, that guy was starting fights with everybody, so there may very well be somebody on their way here. No, man. I just want... Thank you. It's such a struggle to do what I want right now in this game. Be greedy and go to the vending to buy whites rather than using the chug. There is somebody here, though, because there was a drop to my left that's not there anymore. Like, it was at the front of Sus Studios. And the player that pulled up in a car over here. Okay, I was gonna say if they may have gotten the mythic duels if they went to that loot pile. No, they did. I'm gonna jump on them because I think they're gonna be picking up the mythic duels. I wanted to get in the car, but it's weak enough to where it doesn't matter. That stinks. He's gonna wingsuit. Nice, nice. Okay, it's because the mythic duels were there and it's like a high value item. I was pretty sure he was, or he actually didn't. I was pretty sure he was gonna get out of his car and like pick them up immediately. Even though I just kind of fought him, a lot of people get like over fixated on loot. And if I can crash pad on him while he's looking at the ground picking those up, that can be like a free pump shot, which is like potentially all I need to do to get the kill there. And so I was just like banking on him being like focused on the loot, which I don't know if he was or wasn't. He might have been. It seemed like he was, and then the gun was still there. So he might have been like fixated on it and then just didn't have enough time to get it because I jumped on him. But that was my goal, was just catch him distracted. 2 sets of footsteps here. Yeah, it's a player with a hired AI. That's what I was going to say. It was either a player with a hired AI or it's 2 AI players just kind of chilling next to each other. I want to find the loot on the guy I shot out of the sky. Don't know where it is. That's unfortunate. Oh, here it is. I was going to say he probably has more crash pads. Three opponents remain. Could chug that little more, but it's not really worth it. The chug only gets used in intervals of 10, so... I guess it's not the biggest deal. I'd be wasting 10 to... Or... I'd be wasting 7, basically. I'd get 3 and use 10. 1v1v1. And these 2 people are maybe fighting. But it doesn't sound like a fight that's really like a back and forth. It just sounds like one guy ARing at another. Zone is going to come this way, so... Player had Kenny. Oh, they're underground. I thought they were like at that building, but he's underground. See what the Kenny player does. I don't know the tunnel system too well. Like, know exactly where that guy would come out at, but... I'm gonna go to zone. Eventually they'll have to come. If it was just a straight 1v1, I would have been looking up in the air to find the Kenny player, but I don't want to focus on him too much with this other guy, like, out there. The player coming back is less of a threat than the one who's, like, walking around fully kitted. That's 1v1. I don't know what just happened. Did the guy back out? Like, nothing happened in the kill feed. It didn't even say that he left. Usually it would. Dark Voyager scan right now would go pretty well. Didn't see any crown animations on enemies. He's over there. Or maybe? Okay, no. That like chest sticking out, I thought was sniper glint. Now the hardest part of this game is mantle up onto this roof without using a crash pad. I did it. Just now said in the kill feed that that guy backed out from earlier. Why is this? Okay, I was gonna say, why is this Dark Voyager not scanning? He's behind these shipping crates, I think. Maybe in them. I don't know if those are ones that you can go in. Unfortunately for him, he thinks he was sneaking when he wasn't. He's got cheesy poofs. Alright. He's got Kenny coin. Right there. Unfortunately, when he was trying to get away, his crash pad sent him nowhere because he bumped into something, but that's the way of crash pads, unfortunately. GG's. Took a few minutes longer than it needed to because of the underground tunnels, but it is what it is.